What's up, y'all? Entropy here. Welcome back to Old Dominion Dynasty. Coming off a blowout win over Tulsa last week, we are hitting the road again to take on the Iowa Hawkeyes, who are 0-2 on the year. Let's see what their schedule's been like. They got blown out by Ohio State, who's ranked number 4 in the country, and they lost at Iowa State by 15, it looks like, but they're ranked 15th in the country as well. So they are an 0-2 team, but both of those losses are to very good opponents, so I'm not letting their record fool me here. Plus, Kinnick Stadium is one of the toughest places. It's without a doubt one of the toughest in the Big Ten. I would argue one of the toughest places to win at in the entire country. So many seasons have ended there in terms of like playoff standing and stuff like that. Michigan had a season basically kind of come to an end there when they got beat there. Minnesota had a magical run back in like 2019, I think, where they were really good, and they lost at Iowa, which kind of ended their hopes for a Big Ten title. And I think Ohio State got blown out there quite a few years ago now. It's just a weird place to play. And Iowa's always got an incredible defense, and if their offense is competent, that's enough to get a whole lot of wins. I mean, for crying out loud, they won like 10 games last year with one of the worst offenses we've ever seen in college football. So I'm not taking their 0-2 record lightly. It's going to be tough, especially on the road. So hopefully the team is ready for battle. Let's go with this look this week. We got the Navy Monarch helmet, the white tops, and the Navy pants. Of course, the highest overall player on Iowa's roster is, in fact, punter Tory Taylor, a 99 overall punter. Just hilarious. And it looks like their number one tight end, is it Lackey? I've watched this guy play before in real life, and I think it's Lackey, but he's injured, so that's really unfortunate for them. And, it looks like they're down an offensive lineman as well, so they're feeling the injury bug a little bit early in the year. And there is Mr. Tory Taylor himself, the best player on Iowa's team. As they say, punting is winning. I don't subscribe to that belief, but it seems to work for them, so I can't knock it too hard. Oh boy, just looking at Kinnick Stadium kind of gets my heart going a little bit, you know. Like I said, I watch a lot of Big Ten football. I've seen so many seasons die here. Hopefully we can come out with a win. And here we are at Kinnick Stadium, where the Iowa Hawkeyes are hosting the Old Dominion Monarchs. Kinnick Stadium, of course, home to one of the greatest traditions in all of college football, the wave at the Children's Hospital, which just peeks over the side of the stadium. Super cool that it's going to be in the new game. I'm really excited about that. Dang it. It's going to be imperative that we get a lead on these guys. We cannot allow them to dictate the pace of this game scoring-wise. We've got to get a lead on them and force them to chase us. And David Monroe gets started with a 5-yard carry. Monroe getting his second carry of the game, kind of cuts around the defender, reaching ahead and gets the first down. Nice fighting by the running back. Jordan Bly on the underneath route, he's got it. Gets around to the edge, puts a move on the defense, and he's got 11 on his first catch of the day. Off the play action, looking over to the outside. Justin Alexander's got it. A nice throw by Hayden Wolf to thread it past the defense, and Alexander's got 20 yards. Monroe getting the carry again here. Oh my gosh, I think that's Jordan Bly on the outside who got destroyed trying to block, but Monroe gets 12 yards. Monroe gets the carry. Looks like he gets about 5 on this one as well. He's off to a strong start. The run defense does not seem to be very good, at least not on this drive here. Over the middle, he's got Marshall. Marshall trying to get to the outside. Couldn't quite get the block, but he gets 8 yards and a first down. Oh boy, they were ready for the run there. Livingston brought down for a loss of 3. Wolf over to the flat. Monroe was out of bounds, so it's an incomplete pass, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Wolf drops back, looking, wants Jennings. He's got him! Touchdown! Monarchs on the board first. Ali Jennings with a beautiful route. Wolf hitting him with perfect timing on his pass. They're really in sync here. And that is a score on our first drive, which is so huge because of how dangerous this defense can be. Although I was not super impressed with their defense on that drive, I'll be honest. I feel like the run game worked a lot better than I was expecting. So that's at least maybe a little bit encouraging, but not letting it get to my head yet. Looks like they've got Alex Padilla, I believe it is, starting under center. Yes, it is. And, oh, John Stewart nearly had a great play on Gavin Williams' first carry of the game, but he spins ahead and gets 6. An outside run, and my gosh, the blocking is absolutely incredible. And Ali misses the tackle. Anton Stewart can't bring him down. Finally, Josh Cruz gets over there, but Gavin Williams with an impressive 41-yard rush there, and that is not good. If they can run the ball on us like that, I'm very concerned about how the rest of this game's going to go. Oh my gosh, Alex Alato with a massive hit on Arlen Bruce IV on Alex Padilla's first pass of the game. If their run game's going to work like that, we're in trouble. We need to force them into passing situations and try and turn them over. On a little corner route, and he did not get the foot down. I don't know what who that receiver was, but he did have a little bit of separation, just ran out of room, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Padilla has all kinds of time, looking around, finally just chucks it to the end zone, and James Ostrander, the linebacker who's back there in coverage, has the interception. What an incredible play. I did not know he had that kind of ball skills, considering he's like a 6'5", kind of down the line pass rushing linebacker, but he goes up and gets us the turnover on Iowa's first drive. Let's go, baby. As I was just saying, if we can force them into passing situations and turn them over, that'll go a long way. As we immediately take a 10-yard sack with Hayden Wolf. I was trying to hit Bly deep down the sideline, but the route just took a little too long to develop. And that's a terrible start to this drive. Ooh, Zach Kuntz with the catch. Tough in traffic. I don't know why that word took so long to come to me, but Hayden Wolf threw it in there. I thought 5 was going to knock it down, but instead we get it to a 3rd and 1. Nice strong hands from the tight end. We're just going to try and pick this up on the ground. Our O-line's been very good in these short yard situations, and they continue to do so. Monroe gets 7 and a big first down. I wanted Alexander, but instead I found Jennings, who ran all the way across the field, and he gets 9 yards, gets us to another 3rd and 1 situation. We're going to try it with Monroe again here. Another short yard situation, and great blocking, and he's got the first down and a lot more. A 17-yard carry for the stud freshman running back. Monroe with the carry here. Oh, if they could have just held that block a little longer, that might have been a huge gain. Instead, the defender comes off the block, and we only get 7. That was a dangerous pass, and Alexander could not hold on to it. It's going to be 3rd and 3. On the quarter route, Zach Kuntz has it. Stiff-arming the defender, fighting, gets inside the 10 to 23-yard gain for the tight end, and it's 1st and goal. Livingston in the game in the backfield, gets the carry here. Manages 4, gets down to about the 5-yard line. Kind of introducing that extra, the red zone wrinkle we were kind of introducing last week. They stay home on Jones, and they gives it to Monroe, and I can't believe he didn't get in. I mean, he was right on the goal line, and it's going to be 3rd and goal. We're giving it back to Monroe one more time. Oh, and they're ready for it. Monroe brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. 4th and goal. Do I go for it? I'm just going to kick. I'm going to play this conservatively. I'm going to take if I can learn how to kick again, I'm going to take the 2-score lead up 10-0 as Jason Paris drills it from a mere 20 yards. But being up 2 scores is massive. I'm not about to pass up that opportunity for trying to get a touchdown or anything. It's just not worth it to me. And up the middle, and James Ostrander's there to shut it down. Robert Crooks loses 1, and Ostrander with another big play for the defense. Another handoff, this time to Gavin Williams again, who is My gosh, he is making an absolute mess of our defense. He gained 16 yards on that carry. Little halfback draw to Williams again. Ostrander comes over, makes a tackle, but he gets 8. Padilla's got a receiver, Josiah Miamin, with a 13-yard gain there. Just over 2 minutes left. I imagine they're going to open up the playbook a little bit more and start throwing. Padilla over the middle quickly and finds Keegan Johnson for 6 yards. Now under 2 minutes to go. Padilla, a little swing route to Gavin Williams, and Alex Solano blows him up for a loss of 2. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for the Hawkeyes. Padilla drops back, looking, throws it out to the left, and Gavin Williams is there, but he goes out of bounds just past the line of scrimmage. 4th and 6. It'll be interesting to see if they go for this or nope, they're going to try and just take the points, lining up for, gosh, this will be a 54-yarder. This is a long field goal. We'll see if their kicker's got the leg. He may have the distance, but he does not have the accuracy. Wide left, but not by much. The Hawkeyes come up empty once again, and we have just under a minute and a half left. Boy, that was close to going in. Well, you know we're going to try and get points on this drive. Hopefully we will be able to, because they are getting the ball to start the second half, as David Monroe takes the dump off down the right sideline for a big 22-yard gain on a great first play of the drive. Oh, over the middle, it's Justin Alexander again, a 19-yard gain. Man, this freshman has been making all kinds of plays in the receiving game through these first 3 weeks of the season. Just over a minute left. We got to punch this in. Oh, Monroe again. He's got it. Run over to the right side. Gets down well under a minute. Now we got 40 seconds. I let some time run off. I'm just going to call a timeout there, I think. 3rd and 4. Oh, they covered Bly well. I'm going underneath to Jennings. He gets caught on his own lineman and is going to be short. I feel like we got to just take the points again here. Jason Paris knocks it through. 13-0 lead for the Monarchs. Really disappointing we couldn't get a touchdown there, but man, Iowa's defense, you get within like 30 yards of the end zone and it just tightens up on you real quick. There's not a lot of places to go with the ball. And their defense, to their credit's done a good job. Now only 1 second left. We just can't let anything stupid happen. Handoff out the middle for Gavin Williams, and oh my gosh, we cannot bring this guy down. I mean, it doesn't end up doing anything because it just leads to the half, but I'm really concerned with our inability to stop him. Fortunately, we have a 13-0 lead. We have kept them off the scoreboard so far, but their defense is doing a number on us as well. We're still only up 2 scores despite 3 scoring drives, so hopefully we can come out in the second half and the offense can be a little better. Iowa starting the second half with the ball here, down 13-0. Let's see if the defense, they run a triple option, and Amari Morrison shuts that down because, very thankfully, might I add, because if that pitch was able to get out, that was going to be a very big gain. We did not have a lot of defenders out to that left side, but fortunately Morrison made the play. Hand off to Gavin Williams again. Alex Solano makes a nice tackle and leaves him in a 3rd and long situation here. Hopefully we can get a stop. Screen pass. Solano's there and knocks it down. Alex Solano read the screen pass like a book and made a play on the ball to knock it away, and we are going to be getting the ball back. Surprisingly, I'm pretty sure this is the first punt we've forced where we get to see Torrey Taylor go to work here, and he no doubt has a huge leg, putting Bly way back past our 30-yard line. He makes a decent return of it, though. Over the middle, Alexander's got it, a 9-yard gain, and gets us close. It'll be 3rd and 2. We're going to try the read option here. Jones back in the game at quarterback. They once again are ready for him, but Monroe gets the carry and gets 5 yards and the first down. Livingston in the game now at running back. He will get the carry here, and he's got a nice hole to run through, and he's got 11. Jones back on the field here, run a read option. Finally, they leave it to him, and he has nowhere to go. Man, they want us to watch tape from our Tulsa game because they are all over those read options, leaving us with a 3rd and 14 now. Oh my gosh, I didn't even think that took that long, but the pass rush got in there so quickly. I was trying to get it out to Marshall on the right side, but I mean, the pass rush just was insane. And now it's 4th and 23, and we're going to have to punt it back. Hand off to Williams, and the run blocking is insane. He's got all kinds of room down the sideline. Cruz chases him down and dives at him from behind and kind of forces him out of bounds. But Gavin Williams has 7 carries for 119 yards already. We just do not have an answer for him. Padilla wants to run, nowhere to go. Amari Morrison gets through there and brings him down for a loss of 6. Padilla drops back over the middle, and Sean Thomas is there to bring down Jackson Ritter immediately, leaving them with 3rd and 14. Padilla drops back, looking over the middle, dropped by the receiver. Oh my gosh, he was open and may have even... The first down would have been tough. He had a shot at the first down for sure, but it would have been a tough get. There was the guy right on him, and there was another defender to the left. But wow, that is a brutal drop on what could have been a 3rd down conversion for the Hawkeyes. And I'm very concerned that he may have just pinned us inside our 5 with that punt. That looked really good. Are you kidding me? My gosh. We're down at like our own 1.5 yard line after that punt by Torrey Taylor. Just unreal. And I am praying the run blocking is good here. Unfortunately, Monroe took a huge hit, but we are able to give ourselves some room. Man, what a punt that was. Oh no, David Monroe is hurt. Oh, come on, man. Why can't we just have nice things for a bit? Monroe's been so good for us, and we just got like the cutscene injury, which I don't know if it always means it's serious, but it leads me to believe it's gonna be. Crap, man. John Livingston, the guy who was the savior for us in the run game last year, is gonna have to carry the mail for us in this game. It looks like now, with Blake Watson spelling him off the bench a bit as well. Gosh, that sucks. I really hope it's not serious. Fortunately, he did a good job getting us the first down there. Let's see if we can generate a little bit of a ground game with our quarterback here. Rob Jones back on the field. Some good blocking. Puts a decent move on the defender and manages 6. Gets us to 3rd and 4. It's much more manageable. Start of the 4th quarter here. Still no sight of David Monroe, but getting a 3rd down conversion here would be massive. It would really go a long way towards helping us win this game, as Livingston's got a lot of running room down the sideline. It looks like Cooper DeJean, the now recently drafted corner, chased him down there, and that's a big gain for the Monarchs. Oh gosh, that was not good. Livingston brought down for a loss of 3. The defender, Kyler Fisher, just exploded through the line there to make that tackle. Oh, Monroe's got hip bursitis. He's out for 4 weeks. Come on, man. Like, that's just so frustrating. Every time we get a really good player, they immediately get hit with the injury bug. We had it happen with Jordan Blythe the first year. We had it happen with Livingston a bit last year. He was never out for multiple weeks, but he did miss, like, a lot of parts of games and stuff like that. And now Monroe's out for 4 weeks after he looked like he was going to be, like, the star of our offense this year. That's so frustrating, man. Oh my gosh, no one is open. I want to hit Marshall. It's an interception. It was a tough throw to make. I was trying to get a 3rd down conversion. Instead, we turn it over. And I was going to have the ball. I think I wasn't really paying attention. It looks like they're near midfield, so they're going to have good starting field position. I was really torn between trying to stupidly make a play and try to, like really put them away, you know? Because if we could have gotten the 1st down there, we could have run a lot of time off the clock and really put the game out of reach. Alex Solano gets us started really well on defense there with that TFL. But it probably would have been smarter to just throw it away and punt it. Give him worse field position. Padilla over the middle, wide open is Keegan Johnson, and he's got 20 yards, and they're well within our territory now. Alex Solano explodes through the line and brings down Gavin Williams in the backfield for a loss of 3. Great play on 1st down. Given the amount of time left on the clock, I think they're definitely in 4-down territory at this point. I think they're going to feel like they need to get touchdowns on any drive they have now, so I would have to imagine they're not going to settle for field goals. That doesn't hurt us too bad. Still 3rd and 10 as Jackson Ritter gets a mere 3 on that catch. But I'm thinking they're definitely in 4-down territory. Padilla over the middle, wide open is Bruce the fourth. Lamarian James comes over and makes a tackle. I don't know who was supposed to be on him, but he completely lost him in coverage there. Gosh dang. Padilla looks and finds Hudson over on the right side. Lamarian James brings him down, but he's down at our 5, and Iowa seriously threatening here. Play action. Padilla to the right side of the end zone. He's got Keegan Johnson. Lamarian James just lost him there. And Iowa's on the board for the first time today with 3 minutes left in the game. And they're about to cut our lead down to 6 with this extra point. Oh, never mind. There's a booth review. Can't imagine what for. I believe he was absolutely in bounds when he caught that. Yeah, what are we even looking at here? His left foot was absolutely in bounds. This is a pointless review. Yeah, go figure. Gosh dang it. Livingston was so good for us last season. We're going to need him to be really good for us here. Only gets 2 on that carry. Not a great start. Rob Jones back in the game at quarterback. Trying to bring an extra element to our run game here to maybe keep them a little more honest. And they were home on him again, so we had to hand it off. Only got 3 there. Iowa just called their first time out of the half. And I don't think I want to run this. I think I'm going to have to put Wolf back in. Marshall breaks free over the middle. He's got it. Hayden Wolf with a huge throw there, and that is a massive, massive conversion there. What a pass, what a catch. And it's 1st and 10. I'm putting Jones back in the game. I want him to have to worry about 2 different ball carriers on each play. That's basically my logic. As Livingston gets the carry up the middle, gets 7. Iowa uses their 3rd and final timeout. 1 more first down should put this game away. Livingston's got the first down. Just hang on to it now. And that is a huge, huge conversion. And that is almost going to put this game away. I don't think I want to start kneeling it yet just because it won't actually run the clock out. So technically 1 more first down should do it, but we're going to run so much time off the clock here. Livingston gets the carry again. Nice running, and he's got the first down. That's going to do it. Old Dominion gets the game iced completely by Livingston, and we're going to just start kneeling it down. I am not taking any risks. I'm not about to Mario Cristobal this game. The best formation is victory formation. Old Dominion marches into Kinnick and wins a hard-fought defensive struggle against Iowa. If you were expecting anything more than that on the scoreboard in this game, then I'm just going to assume you don't know what Iowa football's all about. I gotta be honest, I was feeling pretty good. Our first drive was a really strong drive. We had 13 points going into the half. They were only stopping us in the red zone and forcing us to kick field goals. But gosh dang it, their defense kicked it into another gear in the second half, which is not unexpected at all for Iowa, and they put a touchdown of their own on the board. Our defense, to their credit, did very, very well for the most part, except for Gavin Williams here. I don't know, we couldn't really stop him, but we kept them from getting more than 7 points all game, and the offense did just enough at the end to run the clock down, and Livingston ended up icing the game away. Sucks so much that Monroe got hurt, but happy we got the win, no doubt. Hayden Wolf solid through the air again, 14 for 21, 199 yards, 1 yard shy of a 200-yard game, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, and 2 sacks. Not obviously the greatest game in the world, but overall made some nice passes, no doubt. David Monroe, our leading rusher on the day, 13 for 71, followed by John Livingston, 11 for 51. I still can't believe that we actually just lost Monroe to injury for, what they say, 4 weeks, I think was the number. That sucks so much. He was going to be a huge part of our offense moving forward. I guess like last year, we're going to have to ride Livingston again. I don't have necessarily a problem with that. He's a fast running back. I am concerned about his fumbling. That was a serious problem last year. But I guess we're going to have to ride with him. Blake Watson will, of course, come off the bench in spurts. Rob Jones, I mean, Iowa watched film or something because he couldn't do anything. Had a long of 6 yards for any of his carries. He did also have a kneel down as well, so that's worth noting. But yeah, three carries for 0 yards being his net. They were ready for him. And frankly, against a defense like Iowa's, it's not particularly surprising that they were ready for him. Hayden Wolf, of course, 3 carries for negative 22 yards. That is the 2 sacks plus a kneel down, so not much to write home about there. Justin Alexander, leading receiver on the day, 3 catches for 48 yards. Zach Kuntz had 2 nice catches as well for 42. David Monroe, 2 for 28. The one being a nice 22-yard scamper up the sideline. John Livingston, 1 catch for 28 yards. Ali Jennings, 3 for 26. John Marshall, 2 for 16. Jordan Bly, 1 for 11. Lots of guys getting involved through the air in this game. Alex Lotto, our leading tackler on the day, once again, only got 5 compared to, I think he had 10 against Toledo or something like that. And I know he had a lot against Tulsa, at least from what I remember. But once again, leading tackler on the day with 5 tackles, followed by Amari Morrison and Lamarian James. TFLs, Alex Lotto, 4 TFLs, 5 of his tackles were for loss. That is a ridiculous percentage. Amari Morrison with 2 TFLs, James Ostrander with 1 TFL. We had 1 sack on the day, and that was by Amari Morrison. 1 interception as well, 1 turnover forced by the defense, and that was James Ostrander intercepting a pass in the end zone. He's listed as a coverage linebacker. I didn't know that. I just assumed with his 6'5" frame that he was kind of meant to play down on the line. I know he's gotten quite a few sacks in his career as well, so I just kind of assumed that was what he was good at, but apparently he's a coverage linebacker, and he definitely showed it, picking that pass off in the end zone, so that was awesome. Jason Parrish, a huge difference maker in a low-scoring game, nailing both field goals. Neither were very long, of course, but it's nice to know that he can be depended on to make field goals when we need them, especially in a game like this one. I don't normally look at the opposing team's stat lines, but I had to know. Gavin Williams finished with 9 carries for 115 yards. It's a miracle we didn't lose just because we couldn't stop him. Averaging 12 yards a carry is absolutely insane. Holy crap, look at that time of possession difference. 16 minutes 46 seconds compared to 7 minutes 14 seconds. That's a difference in a game like that right there. If we can just keep the ball in our possession, and as long as we get some points, that goes a long way to beating a team with a defense like Iowa. So, wow, that I didn't notice we had the ball that much, but it definitely makes sense. Monarchs stuff the Hawkeyes. The Monarchs prevail on a day when both offenses were off. I don't know if I agree with the fact that the offenses were off per se. Their offense was kind of clicking with Gavin Williams going off, and frankly, Padilla didn't play that bad through the air. The defense just came up with big stops, getting the interception in the end zone, forcing a field goal that they missed, forcing 1 punt, and just, in general, they were we forced 2 punts because the one they pinned us at like the 1.5 yard line. So the defenses, I think, were just better than the offenses today. Not necessarily that the offenses were terrible, just the defenses were better. Next week, we start conference play. We got number 18 in the country, Miami, coming to town. At least for now. We'll see if they lose, but as of right now, they are ranked in the top 25. So another big matchup coming next week. All right, we got a number of recruits ready to visit. Jonathan Johnson, the number 1 middle linebacker we're going after. Malcolm Simpson, I think he's one of the athletes we're going after. Marvin Calhoun, a corner, and Michael Moore, defensive tackles. We'll have to add all those guys to our schedule. Miami does come in at 17 in the country. It looks like only 1-1 on the year, so that's kind of interesting. They must have lost to a good team or something. But let's go get those visits scheduled real quick here to end the episode. Well, Jonathan Johnson has a loaded slate already, including Eastern Michigan. How about that? The Eagles getting in the race for the big linebacker here. But we are going to schedule him to come in. I hate just doing them all the same week sometimes, but it kind of makes sense. Wisconsin's the team in the lead. They're the team that's the biggest threat to them. He's scheduled to visit them next week, it looks like. I don't think they're going to get him to commit that week. So I think if we can just get him to come in a week where he'll get a lot of points as well with complimentary visits and just with it being a later visit, I think this would go a long way in his recruitment. So we're going to add him to week 13 along with the 15 other guys we have coming in that week. Michael Moore, we're the only team really going after him here, so we're just going to schedule him for as soon as possible. We'll have him come in this week. Why not? And then Marvin Calhoun. I don't know how Virginia got a visit with him scheduled, but whatever. He's visiting Virginia Tech week 14. I'd rather him come in on a week where he'll have, other points, I guess. I'm not really like I said, I hate scheduling a bunch of guys the same week, but the way our schedule is this year and the way these other teams' visits are falling, it kind of just makes sense. And I do want to get him in before the Virginia Tech game. And regardless, I like having them come in for an actual game. I hate having them come in on bye weeks because you can't get bonus points and stuff. So we're going to have him come in on the Virginia week. And hopefully we can make a huge impression before he visits Virginia Tech that next week. Yes, I would. Malcolm Simpson. We're fighting with Rutgers for him. They've already got a big lead of 765 points. Do I want to get him in before Rutgers, or do I want to take a chance that Rutgers won't quite be able to get him to commit? Week 8, he's supposed to visit them. What do I want to do with him? I am a little bit concerned about Rutgers getting him to commit the week if we don't bring him in sooner than later. So I think I'm going to schedule him for... I won't bring him in this week. I'll bring him in the next week, or the next option, I should say, the next choice here week with Virginia Tech. And hopefully that race doesn't get too far away from us before that. That is going to do it for us this week. Sitting at 3-0, getting a tough earned win at Iowa. As I said, if you expected anything more than that in the scoring department from that game, then I'm just going to assume you haven't watched Iowa football. I mean, even this past season, that would have been that 13-7 final would have been such an extremely normal final score for any of Iowa's games last season. So so I'm just happy to come away with the win, frankly. We got Miami coming to town. It'll be a home game. It'll be our first ACC conference game, which is pretty exciting. And hopefully we can get another win, this time against a ranked opponent. But that is for next week. Thank all y'all for watching. I love and appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Later, y'all.